Hello again! Just a quick update regarding the steering rack that I ordered on eBay. That was part number 10, and the one I had on the car was 07, so I was pretty excited about getting a newer part that was on the car. But after 1 month of waiting, I had a tracking number on it, and I saw that the part was shipped to the airport in the States on the way to Europe, but for some reason it got stopped and then returned. So it was basically a whole month of wasted time waiting for a part that ended up just being sent back. So I contacted the seller, and luckily he agreed and gave me the money back pretty quickly so I could order a new part. And this time I could not find any steering racks with the newest part number, so I ended up ordering the same part number that I had on the car, which was a little bit disappointing, but that's the only thing I could find. But the good thing was that I could also find some original steering lines, or at least the end of the steering lines, so I could then reuse the original plugs with the block-off valve. So I just ordered the steering rack and the plugs for a total of $300. And this time I'm sending it straight here, so I have one less thing that could go wrong, and then I will send it to England for refurbishing. So it's a little more expensive, but there's one less thing that could go wrong at least, so hopefully it should be here not too long. Hello again, and I finally got the steering rack that I ordered from the States. Just packed it up now, and this is exactly the reason why I bought it used from the States instead of trying to reuse mine. Mine was oxidated and looked pretty bad from being driven in salt and bad weather in Norway. Well, this is just ridiculous. This looks basically like brand new. Either way, I'm gonna ship this over to England now and get it rebuilt there. It was the cheapest and best place for rebuilding steering racks. So I'm just gonna remove the ends here because I'm gonna buy new ones. Either way, they feel decent, but yeah, they were pretty cheap, and I got original TRB ones from Design 911, which will be coming relatively soon. So then I'll have a brand new rack and new ends. And it should be ready to put on the car pretty soon. And one of the reasons why I got it from this place was that they also offered new lines and new plugs. So instead of using aftermarket plugs, and especially this plug without the return valve, because the aftermarket plug did not have this return valve. So I bought these two ends for $150, which is about the same as I paid for the rack. And then the only thing I need to do is figure out where I can attach these plugs to the rest of the cables that I have on the car. So I don't know if the easiest is to fuse the aluminium cords here, or if it's the easiest thing is to do these. But these are pretty hard to. Those are very different actually. This one is rock hard and this one is pretty soft. Yeah, so I need to figure out where to cut them, where to fuse them. Then the cables will be done with original plugs. And then I gotta get this back. And in addition to the steering rack, I also have a small other news here. I ended up buying another Tesla Roadster. Because, yeah, just a priest. If you haven't followed me, I sold a Tesla Roadster I had for 4 years and bought the 911 Turbo. 911 Turbo has been a nightmare since I bought it, but hopefully it's starting to be close to being done now and actually usable. But there was an auction selling this Roadster in Norway, and I'm hoping I got a good price for it. I bought it for a good price, and I'm hoping to sell it for more, so I have more money to spend for other projects and cars and stuff. So I'm gonna fix this up and sell it, hopefully for a profit. The things that I'm gonna do with it is take off the foil. Originally this car is gray, and as you can see, this white foil is pretty scuffed, and I kind of hate the stripes. Color white is pretty cool, but yeah, it's old and bad. So I'm gonna take off the foil. I'm gonna take off the dampers, ship them to England as well to rebuild them at Bilstein, and see if other suspension parts are needed. One of the struts are gone, and these are broken. I'm gonna take off the foil. I need a new logo here in the back. It's already chipped. And yeah, these safety nuts here are in horrible quality, so I'm gonna change those to normal lug nuts, and then this car should be pretty much ready to be sold. Alright, so I'll keep you updated on how that goes too. Just a quick update here. These are the lines that I bought used with the plugs on. Went to a store today and got these, which are the adapters or plugs I need to fuse them back together. So my plan, I've already cut the lines here, so I will probably cut them again here and then fuse them together again with these plugs. And it's a pretty basic process. Just cut them, put one on each side, and then instead of paying around $1,000 or pounds for new lines and taking apart a lot on the car, I can just cut the tube, use these, and attach the new plugs on. Very, very happy about that. Buying this part from California was the most genius thing I've done in a while. Like these end parts, I could not get them off my car at all. And on this car, just sprayed a little bit of penetration oil on, and basically didn't use any force and all, and they just slid straight off. So much easier to work on, and the whole part looks very good, except from this cracked little piece. Hopefully the people who refurbish it will be able to change this part. In worst case, I can reuse the one that's on my rack. But all in all, this is gonna work very well. I just need to pack it up again, and hopefully I'll be able to ship it tomorrow. So I'll get it back in a couple of weeks.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.